Доброго дня.
Good afternoon, dear friends. Ukrainian Crisis Media Center continues its work, and now on the framework of our project, a spokesperson of Peaceful Life, which is carried out with support from the German embassy in Ukraine, we will discuss the assistance to Ukraine, the humanitarian projects delivered to Ukraine, and now we have via Skype the connection with the NGO Ukraine is Europe. From beginning of the conflict in the east of Ukraine, Germany continuously provide humanitarian aid to people in Donetsk and Luhansk Oblast, and thus it delivered aid amounting to 4.5 million of euros, and support of German volunteers is very important and very precious, and representatives of NGO Ukraine is Europe are part to these volunteers, and we have Mr. Simmchen and Madam Myroslava Simmchen, who deals with orphanages and foster families, and they started their work with Ukraine in the period of Maidan, and now they deliver assistance to the children and orphans from Ukrainian families. Hello, Myroslava. Hello, Mr. Kurt. Can you hear us properly? You're welcome for your statement. I am from Saxonia. I would like to thank you for the opportunity to present our work here. You asked me why we are doing this. I think that once in your life there is a moment when you will be asked, what have you done in your life, and you will be brought responsible for what you have done or you have not done. And for myself, I understand that I won't like to stay aside when people rescue their lives for Ukraine. I've now been living in Ukraine for almost 12 years, and I take this country very seriously. And in Maidan days, we organized free treatment in Saxonia for 6 Maidan heroes. On December 12th, 2013, we rescued people in Germany. At that time, we peacefully managed to transfer from the communist part, from Stasi rule, from Stasi control, to the democratic society. We changed dictatorship so into the democratic society, and we felt so much solidarity to Ukrainian people at the moment when they wished to to change their society. And we'll also wish to ensure a peaceful childhood for some citizens. And when I see these children who get our assistance, how happy they look, I feel myself inspired. Later, we decided to organize support to our young men, servicemen at the front line. Thus, we sent medical materials, bandages to the front line. Also, we organized supporting actions to collect the donations. These were like flash mobs, etc. And people started to donate. And we collected this humanitarian aid for the soldiers in the east of Ukraine, and because we understood that those soldiers were counteracting to Russian aggression. And this year we carried out the same action on collection of this assistance. Usually we organize these events on the eve of religious holidays like Easter, like intercession of our Virgin recently. We understand that there is a lack of care and assistance in those regions. For me, the military activities there, it's not anti-terrorist operation, it's real war. We visited Popasna and we accompanied a member of Ukraine, of German Parliament from Bundestag. We took him there and showed what was going. Thank you, Mr. Kurt. Ms. Myroslava, we are now watching the pictures which you delivered to us. These are the pictures from your trip to the front line, to local hospitals, from children's centers. Maybe you would like to add some comments to those pictures, or to actually all those pictures, there is a small result of our work. We never take from people any signatures, any proofs that we brought something to them. When we collect some aid in Germany, we simply promised our volunteers that we would really bring this to Germans. When people see how this is collected, how it is transported, how this is delivered among people directly, people started trust us. When they see what we are doing, they really believed to us. And when we transferred all these things to families, to children, to IDPs, and the idea that we should invite people who really are needy. We invite them to special center of our humanitarian aid in Tismenetsa. And in that center, we offer assistance to people, and they can choose. Ms. Myroslava, I would like to ask you, the Center of Humanitarian Aid was opened on October 14. Why you decided to have this official opening instead of that silent support in the past? We first planned to do this on October 3rd, but we wanted to do this by October 3rd, the day of reunion of Germany, but we did not manage to open this, but since we did not manage to do this on time, we decided to do this by the day of our Virgin's intercession. So, and by the way, by the day of defenders of Ukraine, we decided to do this on this day. I think that defenders in the East, they defend the entire Europe. This is very special day for the defenders of Ukraine. We have to work for these people, for children, for veterans, for needy people. What we see, this, I think all this requires huge logistics and takes a lot of paperwork. Whether you have any NGOs who support you to make it easier. Currently, we cooperate with 2 NGOs. First of them is our organization of the ATO veterans in Tismenetsa. These are young people whom you see on the picture, and we involved the first mobile military hospital on the wheels named after Pirogov. We know definitely that these people really travel to the front line, and they bring things in the places where they are needed. Vasil Oleksiuk is our contact in the military hospital. He is authorized by us to visit those people who submit some requests about aid. He double checks that they really need request and delivers this humanitarian aid. Without such assistance, it won't be possible. Also, the lists of ATO participants we get from ATO veteran organizations. Of course, one person could not do this. That's why we cooperate with NGOs. Ms. Myroslava, would you please describe how much local authorities are involved into your work, whether you requested for some assistance, whether you got this assistance. Yes, I'm very grateful to Mr. Svarak from local authorities because he allowed us to get this premises for our center and all the equipment. Also, a family of Myroslava and Oleg who provided us with these premises free, and also municipal authorities assisted us a lot. Deputy Mayor of Tismanica provided assistance in advertising, in postering of those advertisers. Also, our Saxonia supporters allowed us to pay for those advertisements everywhere. I think that local authorities showed a lot of cooperation, and it is a good example for other authorities in support of NGOs like yours. They also donate paying for electricity in our center, and promised and paid money for transportation to the surrounding villages. I hope that they will do what they promise, because they usually stick with their promises. Ms. Myroslava Herkurt, we understand how logistics in Ukraine is organized. Now my question is, how humanitarian aid is collected in Germany, what people are involved, what organizations are involved, how this is going. The first step when we organized assistance in Maidan and at the front line, this was just private collection. First, I just appealed to private person. Then later, at later stage, we established the NGO Germany in Ukraine, and because I understood that privately we cannot do much, and only as an association of people we can do much more. When and very soon we became very popular. My classmate, whom I did not see over 40 years, he suddenly called to me and suggested to donate medical equipment and bandage materials. Long ago, when and very soon he became very active volunteer in our also we have Gerhard Lehner, who For example, he assisted very much in our Easter assistance. Also, we have Almar Dvac, member of Bundestag, on February 21st, 2014, he was the first member of Bundestag who raised the issue of Maidan in German Bundestag and mentioned that Ukraine needed help at that time. Now he is leader of the organization Euromaidan Saxonia, and we cooperate very closely with this NGO. He also organized 4 big cargoes with bandage materials and medicines and equipment for disabled people. So without people in Saxonia, without their solidarity that they demonstrated, with that solidarity with Ukrainian people, we won't be able to do much. Mr. Coward, from our experience with similar organizations, we heard about problems at the border with customs clearance. Whether you have any problems with customs clearance, whether you have any problems with the delivery of your cargoes. I am private donator, and I never met people at the border. Probably these people really understand that we are not traders. We are just humanitarian aid. I never experienced any troubles or any difficulties. I always had very honest customs officers. I always faced very good bodyguards, and currently we try to organize big assistance rehabilitation center. And probably we will need more cargoes to be sent, etc. But in case we would like to organize bigger assistance, we need to convince that this bigger center, quite often we need to unite the effort. Maybe we should involve the government and to make organization of the aid delivery better. Could you provide for some figures from in tons or number of crossings of the border? Whether you have any statistics? We provide assistance, but we do not the accounting. When we go from Germany to Western Ukraine, It's difficult to account. You saw that pictures, how many things, how many clothes, how many 4 tons, 4-ton car trucks. We never calculated maybe the very rough assumptions were that on Easter cargoes of humanitarian assistance, this was around 50 tons, and around 20 tons of bandage materials. The latest delivery of our assistance was to Mariupol. During the last 2 years, I made at least 15 trips to Ukraine, and 15 trips, these were trucks, and 15 more and 6 more longer trucks. But I do not calculate very much because I think that all assistance is needed, because we work for peace, we work for prevention of Russian aggression. Thank you very much. We are approaching to the end of our press conference, and the last question to you. As far as I know, in one of the humanitarian actions, you delivered the fire extinguishing vehicle to Ukraine. Why you decided to do this, and where this fire extinguishing machine? It was not the vehicle itself, it was the hydraulic installation. We provided this hydraulic installation to Ivano-Frankivsk fire extinguishing team. We did this because I wanted to make a present to my compatriots in Burштyn, where I was born. So this hydraulic installation is now the second in the entire region. It is there is several hydraulic installation. I think that it will they will make a good use of this equipment. It was a present from Drateberg. Herr Lemberg from Drateberg, mayor of Drateberg, delivered this to Ivano-Frankivsk region. Thank you, Ms. Myroslava. I think it was a good present to rescue lives and for emergency situation. Unfortunately, our time is over. I would like to remind you that today on air from Tismanica we had the Simmchen's family, Mr. Kurt Simmchen and Ms. Myroslava Simmchen. We would like to wish you strong health, inspiration, and successes in your activity. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.